Every day, people with disabilities can and do add value to America's workplaces and economy. Each October, during National Disability Employment Awareness Month, or NDEAM, we celebrate the contributions of these workers with disabilities. We also reaffirm our commitment to ensuring all Americans, including Americans with disabilities, can put their skills and talents to work. Reflecting the important role workers with disabilities have played throughout America's 250-year history, the theme for NDEAM 2025 is Celebrating Value and Talent. Indeed, people with disabilities are and always have been part of a strong American workforce. And today, more and more leading employers across the U.S. recognize the value and talent they add to their organization, and they're reaping clear bottom-line benefits as a result. Specifically, a recent study found that companies identified as leaders in disability employment had, on average, 60% higher revenue, 2.6 times more net income, and 2 times more economic profit than their counterparts. NDEAM is an annual opportunity to educate people about these benefits, celebrate progress made, and most importantly, commit to building a stronger workforce going forward, one that celebrates the value and talent of all workers.
Good afternoon. And welcome to the 2026 award ceremony for the Governor's Committee on the Employment of People with Disabilities. My name is Jane Elizabeth Burdishaw, and I have the distinct honor of serving as host for today's event, as well as Commissioner of the Alabama Department of Rehabilitation Services, or ADRS, as we call it. This ceremony is held every October, as you heard in the video, as part of National Disability Employment Awareness Month. And this year marks the 80th anniversary of this national observance that highlights the importance of increasing employment opportunities for people with both visible and invisible disabilities. 2 years after the inception of this national observance, in 1947, Alabama established the Governor's Committee on the Employment of People with Disabilities to recognize the contributions and successes of Alabamians with disabilities and the businesses and partners who offer training and employment opportunities to these Alabamians. We are proud to once again have Governor Kay Ivey here to present the awards. Thank you, Governor, for always taking the time to celebrate the accomplishments of these deserving citizens who, through grit and determination, have overcome barriers to achieve independence and self-sufficiency through meaningful employment. As this year's theme states, they are truly adding value and talent to Alabama's workforce. We're also grateful that you're here to help us shine a light on the businesses and partners who understand the value of engaging the talents of all Alabamians to enhance Alabama's workforce. I'd like to recognize some special guests. You'll see them right down front. Today, we celebrate these individuals who are sitting on that front row, the workers, the employers, the partners, the public servants, and the students who, by working together, help make Alabama great. We look forward to learning more about each of you and your unique contribution through today's ceremony. It is an honor and a privilege to represent the Department of Rehabilitation Services, an agency created by our state legislature to consolidate services and resources for Alabamians with disabilities under one roof. Through this action, Alabama delivers services more efficiently and effectively than most states. I'm proud to share that Alabama is envied by other states because of how this consolidation leads to better outcomes for more people at any stage of life. Alabama and its leaders have made getting people to work a priority. Our leadership is laser focused on creating quality jobs and filling these jobs with skilled workers. As a member of the Alabama Workforce Board, I see firsthand the collaborative efforts across the state to create opportunities by bringing top-notch business and industry to Alabama, all while training every Alabamian to fill these critical jobs. Our department and its community providers are proud to be a part of this amazing collaboration to build Alabama's workforce. The people and businesses being honored today are participants and partners of the department's largest division, the Public Vocational Rehabilitation Program. We are proud that Alabama's Vocational Rehabilitation Service consistently ranks among the top programs in the nation for participants entering employment with competitive wages in integrated settings. We also demonstrate higher performance in job retention for participants after they exit our program, and the success of participants who no longer require the aid of public assistance upon exiting our program. As we recognize each of these award recipients, you'll have the opportunity to hear their stories and learn more about Alabama programs that assist individuals along their journey to independence. We are extremely proud to share their stories with you today and to give them the honor and recognition that they each deserve. And now, I'm very honored to introduce one of our greatest supporters and advocates and the Chief Executive of the great state of Alabama, Governor Kay Ivey.
Thank you, Commissioner Burdishaw, for that very warm welcome. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm delighted to join in honoring today an outstanding group of people who are achieving great success in the workplace, as well as those who are empowering their success. The Governor's Committee on Employment of People with Disabilities searched high and low for the best examples of personal achievement in large and small businesses across Alabama. And they came up with an exciting new list of winners. Frankly, I'm not surprised to see so many outstanding achievers again this year. The Alabama Department of Rehabilitation Services, combined with the tremendous support of more and more employers, is making a difference in preparing and encouraging Alabamians with disabilities to put their talents to work. We all know there's tremendous potential from those with disabilities in our workforce. Last Thursday, I signed a proclamation declaring October as National Disability Employment Awareness Month here in Alabama. Over 35% of Alabamians with disabilities are realizing their dream of holding a job to provide for themselves and their families. In fact, the number of working Alabamians with disabilities has increased more than 21% over the last decade. And what's more, the average full-time annual earnings for Alabamians with disabilities has grown by more than 29% over the same time period, from $35,300 to $49,800. Much of the credit for this rise is due to the beneficial training programs offered by the Alabama Department of Rehabilitation Services. And I'm proud to note that ADRS's programs, which celebrate the value and talent of Alabama's workers with disabilities, rank among the highest performing in our nation. And as Alabama strives to improve its overall workforce participation rate, the valuable contributions of our workers with disabilities are even more critical. Alabama has one of the lowest unemployment rates in the nation, yet overall, we also have one of the highest rates of folks who are not yet working. And we're trying hard to address this gap in overall worker participation through better coordination of Alabama's many job training and career educational programs. And this effort also includes Alabama's highest motivated new workers, those with disabilities. Folks, there are plenty of jobs available here in our state. We just need to find more ways to remove the barriers to work for many Alabamians. Since I took office in 2017, Alabama has invested $55 billion with a B dollars in business development, and this has created over 93,000 new jobs here in Alabama. We're not slowing down our efforts to grow the economy until every Alabamian who wants a good job can get one. I applaud the hard work of Commissioner Burdishaw and her team for their unending commitment to turning dreams of working into reality. This month and every month I call upon all Alabama employers to recruit the hardest working folks in our state, those with disabilities. Let's put their talents and passion to work so they can become full partners in Alabama's economic success. Today, I'm pleased to join Commissioner Burdishaw in presenting 12 Governor's Awards to individuals and businesses from all across our state and 2 of our civic leaders who support this worthy effort. Congratulations to all, and let's get started with the awards presentation.
The Governor's Committee on Employment of People with Disabilities recognizes Erica Indris as the 2025 Employee of the Year at a large business for her phenomenal work ethic and diligence at the Alabama Department of Corrections.
I was surprised. I didn't realize the Department of Rehab Services had awards like that. So, and very honored to be nominated.
She's just phenomenal, a phenomenal employee, and I had no reservations as who would actually win it, in my opinion.
Erica, she is such a asset to the Department of Correction. Erica's disability does not in any way hinder her ability.
I was injured at the age of 21, so you can't just stop at that point. I started at Tutwiler Prison, have worked at Kilby facility, and now operations kind of is over everything, so kind of come full circle on that. I enjoy the people that I work with. Everybody's been accommodating. It's just a great bunch of people. I'm blessed.
She's diligent, she's committed, she's just outstanding in every aspect of the word. So nominating her was not a problem. I wish I had more Ericas. I have 4 regional directors that are responsible for 23 male facilities, and she is the heartbeat of all of that. She is the lead administrative assistant that takes care of all our administrative duties.
I guess I would have to say, don't let anything stop you. And I've enjoyed every bit of my 22 years.
The Governor's Committee on Employment of People with Disabilities recognizes Tanya Dalton as the 2025 Employee of the Year at a large business for her exceptional dedication and resilience as a deaf mental health professional.
No, when I found out, I was very surprised. I was totally unexpected. She didn't tell me. She nominated me.
So Tanya came to us a few years ago. She was looking to re-enter the workforce.
You know, as far as like jobs, I felt a little bit more limited with that.
And so we had tried a couple different things out, but ultimately she found the position of certified peer specialist on Indian River's employment site. And they were about to open their new crisis center, Hope Point, and so she thought that this would be a really great fit, but wasn't really sure about the accommodations or, you know, how she would communicate.
We finally found the caption companion device, and that worked so much better.
We had meetings with Indian Rivers. They were very supportive of, you know, her employment there, and through a couple different job shadowing opportunities and then the paid work experience, we were able to figure out the accommodations she needed so that she could get hired on permanently. So anybody in any sort of crisis situation can come in, and her role is to kind of be their support system, to walk them through step by step the process that they go through at Hope Point.
It's so helpful to know that I can be an inspiration to other people, and you know, it's possible. You know, sometimes you need a little help, and that's okay.
The Governor's Committee on Employment of People with Disabilities recognizes New Flyer as the 2025 Employer of the Year for a large business for creating a positive work environment that welcomes employees of all abilities.
It was such an honor to receive such an award. To us, it's more than just an award. We're able to showcase within the community that all individuals with all abilities should have a seat at the table and should have a place in the community to be seen, to be valued, to feel as though they belong.
It's a tremendous honor. You know, ADRS and others in this community we work very closely with and have built amazing relationships, and it's just an honor.
They believe in what we do, you know, not just the services that we provide, but they believe in the people. They believe in people with disabilities.
And so here in Anniston, we're responsible for the complete build of the bus, of building that product once it comes out the door. And it's a rewarding feeling to see a product that you know that team members have put their all in all and their passion into when working on the buses. And with the support of ADRS continuing to helping us to do that, we're able to show other employers the pathways of success with working with individuals with disabilities.
They care about their workers. They listen, they are attentive, they provide opportunities for them to speak and to ask, how can we do this better? What can we do that we're not offering?
They're dependable, they are here every day, and you know, and we just are grateful. I mean, we are so grateful. And the relationship again with ADRS, I'm like, send me anybody you have. We want to see where we can place them.
The Governor's Committee on Employment of People with Disabilities recognizes Pfeiffer Incorporated as its 2025 Employer of the Year for a large business for creating an accessible workplace with long-term career pathways for people with disabilities.
Being named the Large Employer of the Year Award, this one's special to us. We have been a partner with ADRS and our local VR team for many years. So Pfeiffer Incorporated, we're headquartered here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and we are a manufacturing company.
They care about our employees. They may go into staffing agency through own and staffing. as long as they're doing a good job and as long as we've pre-screened them and they're a quality employee, then Pfeiffer does roll them over to be Pfeiffer employees, which is full benefits and it's a good job.
Consumers who had never thought about working in manufacturing have entered into this career pathway.
They look at everybody for what their ability is, and if one job isn't a good fit, then they'll look for a different position that may be a better fit.
Our experience has been when they become our employees, they stay with us. They look at this as a career opportunity. It's not just a job, it's a career opportunity.
They utilize our services and they know how to work with what our services are, and they come directly to us. It's not just we do for them, they also do for us, and they do talk to other employers about us, and they let the community know who ADRS is, and that helps us tremendously because it opens the door to other employers.
I always like to tell folks, we're successful because of our relationship with ADRS. They guide you, they teach you, they coach you, they mentor you. They will help you be successful.
The Governor's Committee on Employment of People with Disabilities recognizes Isaac Jackson as the Employee of the Year for a small business for his positive attitude, work ethic, and continuous progress as a team member of the Coleman Florists.
My name is Isaac Jackson, and I love working on all kinds of different jobs from here. And I gotta take out the trash, and clean buckets, and sweep the coolers and floors, and we cut the flowers, we fresh buckets, and I cut the new flowers, I put water in the buckets.
I knew that he was very detail oriented and that he was easy to get along with, so that made a perfect fit for working alongside in a closely knit group. Isaac is one that stands out to us because nobody else saw that vision for him, and to see him flourishing in this environment and seeing his pictures on Facebook where they went to different events here in Coleman and seeing that he is truly a teammate, that's what it's all about.
I have a recipe to make the flowers.
He starts out with a recipe of the flowers that he wants to include, and then he starts arranging it. So that's them being able to teach him how to one day be actually putting those flowers together for sale. They first gave him a set of Legos when it was his birthday, and so he put it together, and then as he made different growths or trying something different, they would give him a new Lego, and so that's why they've got the case up there for him.
I deliver with Alan with all kinds of houses.
So it really makes me proud of him for being able to step into this role. Isaac is one of the individuals that we always tell other individuals about, that this is what can happen when you put in the work.
I love Coleman Florist and all kinds of different jobs from here today.
The Governor's Committee on Employment of People with Disabilities recognizes Chartwells of UNA as the Employer of the Year for a small business for their understanding of the value of hiring talented and skilled people with disabilities.
So they seem to be capturing the whole essence of who we are, and that we are trying to help people be in the workplace and in an environment where they can thrive and where they can do the things they need to do. And they just have done that exceedingly well.
Right now we have 4 or 5 that work with us.
We have worked with Chartwell Services for several years now. Primarily The Easter Seals have kind of made that connection, as well as Omar, who is a BRC with ADRS. And they have been able to connect us with getting jobs for several of our consumers that we currently work with.
Derek started out in the dish room and he wanted to do more, and we got him trained on pizza, and now he runs that whole station by himself. So a lot of room for growth here. They're all rock stars. They jump in where I need them.
I actually just spoke with a couple of them just now, and they are really enjoying what they do. They're doing a great job, and if they weren't, they wouldn't still be here. So we have a great rapport with them, and just the fact that they've employed so many of our consumers is just the reason that I nominated them for this award.
On time, punctual, hardworking, willing to learn. A lot of people haven't been given a chance. They just want to do something. I mean, somebody give them a chance to prove they can do the job. And I mean, that's Derek, all day long. But any other employer that wants to hire someone with disabilities, there's no reason not to. They're working just as hard as anybody else, if not harder. If I could have 10 Dereks, I wouldn't have to be here all day long.
The Governor's Committee on Employment of People with Disabilities recognizes the Alabama Department of Corrections as the Partner of the Year for enabling qualified blind vendors to service their facilities across the state.
Pleasantly surprised that we won an award because the Department of Corrections, we keep our head down and, try doing our jobs and, working with different people and different agencies to accomplish a mission.
For many years, our blind vendors have provided vending service and some commissary services on Department of Correction properties across the state. In doing so, it allows them to focus on what they do best, which is corrections, and also allows us to do what we do best and employs approximately 20 vendors and their employees, gets them into jobs that they might otherwise not have obtained.
It's not only Department of Corrections helping them, but they're providing a very valuable service to us. And I say us, not only the employees, but the inmates as well.
When you have a state agency as large as the Department of Corrections to have confidence in you to help them fulfill their mission, it says a lot about what we do and about how well they're running their agency.
Our partnership, it means a lot because everybody can't do their job solely. We have to have partnerships to accomplish our mission, and we're very thankful for that partnership to where we can work together and, accomplish a mission.
We have had a long-standing relationship with Department of Corrections and providing services for them and for them employing people with disabilities, in particularly blind Alabamians. And this is a well-deserved award, and they were due for recognition for being such a good partner.
The Governor's Committee on Employment of People with Disabilities recognizes Toyota as the Partner of the Year for providing a welcome learning environment for people with disabilities to gain experience and employment.
Yeah, I was honored and humbled to win the award. We worked closely with Huntsville ARC and ADRS to set this program up, and receiving this award is just a testament to the work that we've done in the community.
I wanted to highlight them because, of course, I see what they're doing, but to see that my nomination went through and they won, I thought, oh my goodness, he is going to be super excited, because when you do the work, you're doing it because you truly care.
I saw firsthand the benefit of this program, hiring team members with disabilities in Indiana, working to establish the program at the Toyota Indiana plant. So when I came to Alabama in 2019, it was one of my goals to pursue this activity here as well.
It starts with having a passion for helping others, and I noticed that initially when I met Jarvis. He just does a great job. He meets them where they are. He understands that every individual has different strengths and needs, and he has a care for giving. And so he takes the time out to listen to all of our interns, and that's huge. And he's invested in what they want to do.
Working with ADRS it's been very beneficial for the team. The resources and support that they have given us guidance to setting the program up, and basically just a support system to be able to be successful here at Toyota, Alabama with hiring team members with disabilities.
And those interns that are now working there, they get to motivate and push those that are currently coming up through the program. So you get to see the end result. You get to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
It's been amazing. Working with the individuals with disabilities has, strengthened the workforce that we have here. It boosts innovation, and it's just been a joy for myself and all of my team members to be a part of that.
The Governor's Committee on Employment of People with Disabilities recognizes Chase Lovell as the Student of the Year for his phenomenal work ethic and pursuit of financial independence.
I am highly honorable. Thank you for the nomination.
Chase was one of the students that was at my particular location for our summer jet program. He was assigned to be working at the Hoover Rec Center for 8 weeks over the summer.
I do a lot of cleaning. Sometimes I will clean, and sometimes I will do the machine.
Immediately, I noticed that Chase wanted more than what I was initially asking of the students. And he took it upon himself to ask for his own caddy to carry his trash bags, his cleaning supplies, paper towels, anything that could help him do his job more efficiently and, expedite his productivity. I mean, it's remarkable what he's able to do, and he is the definition of if there's a will, there's a way. And he has the will to work, he has the drive to work, and he is not going to let anything stop him from doing that.
My goal is to become a huge businessman.
But he would say that his biggest goal is financial independence. And you can see that. He doesn't want to rely on people. He wants to be able to do that himself. So when I heard that he won this, I mean, me and my supervisor Liz were like, yeah, he deserved it.
The Governor's Committee on Employment of People with Disabilities recognizes Aiden Anderson as the Student of the Year for his determination in overcoming complex challenges in pursuit of his education.
I was just super excited to know that, I was being acknowledged for such a prestigious, achievement. Whenever I first experienced this disability, I feel like I was, filled with a lot of, confusion and fear at the time.
His mom reached out to me about our services. She reached out to me in regards to getting Aiden set up with service because his vision loss was very sudden and it had just happened.
I was coming off a very superstar freshman year, A's and B's in all my classes. I conquered Calculus 1. So I was in the middle of that internship, working remote at home as a cybersecurity analyst. And I started to realize that it was really hard for me to see the screen, that my eyes would tire out quicker, and eventually I even just started to notice a blind spot.
So early on, we knew that one service Aiden would need would be some technology, of course. So he uses a desktop magnifier, he uses handheld magnifier, and I believe Zoom text on his laptop. And all those devices can be taken to class, or he can use them in his dorm room.
They did all the things that you would expect to be able to, tell me hey, even in this moment where you are 3 weeks away from school, and if you want to go back, we will fully back you. we'll make sure that you have the necessary resources. And I returned to Auburn. I consider myself a student leader. You know, I'm president of the National Society of Black Engineers here. I've worked very closely with the College of Engineering to make Auburn a more accessible campus. People need to be able to know that they're capable of accomplishing the goal, for them to be able to put their full effort and trust in accomplishing that goal.
You're in college and then all of a sudden you go from having vision to not having vision, learning how to drive to not being able to drive. And he didn't stop. Like, he didn't let that stop him from achieving his goals.
And for me, it just means the world that I'm able to walk around campus with my visual impairment, talk to people about it, be honest about it in my classes, say, hey, I can't see the board, but I'm still gonna get an A on that exam.
The Governor's Committee on Employment of People with Disabilities recognizes Alabama Representative Paul Lee with its 2025 Public Service Award for his exceptional commitment to advancing employment opportunities for individuals with disabilities.
Well, I was pleasantly surprised, but I will have to tell you that I have to give my staff here total credit for the work that they do here and the support that they give our people that we employ.
So in terms of a public official that serves the needs of individuals with disabilities outside of that legislative role, I don't think there's a more deserving person than Representative Lee. He took the executive director's position at Wiregrass Rehab Center 2015. And since then, he has transformed not only the company as an organization that has a goal and a mission of developing pathways and employment opportunities for people with disabilities.
Well, you know, we've been making big strides in the state as a legislator to try to promote and to build an atmosphere to bring jobs into the state. Well, nothing better fits into what we do here. We have over 200 employees and touched thousands of lives over the last 10 years in locating jobs for them. Everyone deserves a job, and there's nothing like having a job to become independent.
Representative Lee is also an advocate for and plays a role in helping expand services like affordable autism diagnostic testing throughout the state, ensuring more Alabamians with disabilities are equipped for success. The Governor's Committee on Employment of People with Disabilities recognizes Senator Katie Britt with its 2025 Public Service Award for her exceptional advocacy in protecting the rights of Alabamians with disabilities and her commitment to investing in resources that promote the full participation of people with disabilities in Alabama's workforce.
Well, our consumer who needed to renew a certification to maintain and keep his employment, we really were struggling for about 9 months with all of the red tape because his certification wasn't able to be renewed.
So here in Tuscaloosa, our deaf service team was working with one of our consumers who had run into a few issues that were federal related with his employment. And we reached out to Senator Britt's office.
And within about 2 weeks' time, after we had already been struggling for 9 months with it, they stepped in and in 2 weeks it was resolved and our person received his certification and started back to work.
So again, without Senator Britt's services and her fabulous team that she has working with her, this individual would not have a job today if it hadn't been for all of their services and efforts.
Like I said, we were already struggling with dealing with the situation, and knowing we had somebody out there we could depend on really meant a lot.
Hello everyone, Senator Katie Britt here. I am truly honored to receive the 2025 Public Service Award from the Governor's Committee on Employment of People with Disabilities. This recognition is especially meaningful because it highlights the incredible work being done every day across Alabama to ensure that every person, regardless of ability status, has the opportunity to contribute, to succeed, and to thrive. The Alabama Department of Rehabilitation Services is dedicated to helping children and adults with disabilities achieve their full potential, serving people and their families in all 67 counties across our great state. So thank you for all that you do to make Alabama more inclusive and accessible for everyone. Please let me know how I can continue to champion your work and advocate for your legislative priorities here in the United States Senate. Together, we can make a difference. Thank you again for this tremendous honor, and God bless.
Sorry, I was waiting for my cue from my real boss over there. Thank you to all the award winners. As you can see from the videos that we put together, it takes all of us, the policymakers, the students, the workers, and the employers to make this a possibility. And I want to thank each of you for creating opportunities for those around you, particularly your fellow citizens here in this great state. We have some wonderful refreshments for all of you in the room just out of the door to your right. We'd love for you to join us, and we'd love to visit with more of you. And if any of you know of other employers that would like to know about our services, we would be happy to speak with them as well. Governor, thank you again for being here, for your continuous support. Just the other day, she dedicated a statue to Helen Keller on the grounds of the Capitol. Today, she's here, and throughout the year, she's always helping us, whether it be with the Disability Job Fair or other policies. So, Governor, thank you again. We appreciate you and all that you do throughout the year. Thank you.